Hi and welcome back to the Inside of My Head. I put out a video the other day looking back at the excellent first season of Primal, Genndy Tartakovsky's immense prehistorical fantasy. And while I was binging that, I was just thinking in my head, like, how is season 2 gonna live up to this? But yeah, it dropped last night and so far so good. It's definitely going to be a different experience watching one episode per week rather than binging it all together, which is what I did before. But a part of me really likes the anticipation that builds when you have to wait for the next ep. Season 1 ended with newly introduced character Mira, a slave woman who had escaped from the mysterious Scorpion clan, being taken back by this primitive people, thrown in a boat, and whisked across the sea. And that's exactly where this season picks up, with Spear hell-bent on getting her back. But of course, as buff as Spear is, remember prehistoric people were way stronger than we are, and he is a pretty good swimmer, it's way too far for him to swim. So the whole episode is him trying to get across the titular Sea of Despair. Luckily, Fang goes along with the plan and is loyal enough to follow Spear everywhere, because even most people would think twice about getting on a makeshift raft and setting out into the deep blue ocean. That said though, he still does have to bribe Fang a little bit, like he puts all these big grubs on the raft, and then Fang climbs aboard the raft, and then when she looks back, she sees that the coastline has disappeared, and she's like, you bastard, you tricked me! So I thought that was pretty funny, but also, dude, especially as it's just for his girlfriend. Like, would you risk your life for your best friend's girlfriend, or would you just be like, well, it's your girlfriend, it's nothing to do with me? Like, Fang even helps to cut down trees to make the raft and uses her tail as a rudder when they realize the raft isn't going anywhere without a sail and they need more propulsion. And all to get Spear's girlfriend back? You're a good friend, Fang, you're a good friend. Now, if slow-paced stuff bothers you, you might struggle with this ep, because even by Primal standards, there's a big chunk where almost nothing happens. It becomes just like a series of moments. Beautiful moments, mind, but just a series of moments. Personally, I don't mind the pacing. I put the volume really high and I kind of immerse myself in the world. Like, I really like the world building. And considering we haven't seen much of the Primal world's oceans, I feel like those slow moments are time well invested. But again, when you've got to wait a whole week for the next episode, you do have moments where you wonder if the plot could just advance just a little quicker. The second half of the episode does really ratchet up the ante though. A storm hits them, and I won't spoil it for you, but there is some really cool creature stuff in there too that gives us a couple of truly epic moments. And when all this stuff starts to happen, the fact that you've had to wait for it feels extra satisfying. Now, I really love those kind of Lost at Sea movies. They really freak me out. Like, I find the thought of being in the middle of this vast ocean on a tiny little raft in the middle of a storm absolutely terrifying, and it's riveting to watch. So this ep had me by the balls. Of course, beautiful animation throughout. Spear and Fang risk their lives to get each other out of perilous situations, which I think is the strongest element of the show in my opinion, like the bond between these two. And for some reason, I really don't like to see Fang getting hurt, like when she got all banged up in that fighting tournament last season. That was awful. So yes, season 2, ep 1, Sea of Despair, solid entry into the Primal catalogue. I kind of wish I was patient enough to wait 8 weeks until it was all out and then watch it all together, but that's never going to happen. So I'm going to watch each episode every week, and then I will watch it all again, all together, when it's out. But right now, the next episode cannot come quickly enough.